The value of the collection is truly priceless. It's truly priceless, but we're accepting offers.
This is Gabriel Iglesias, everyone's favorite fluffy comedian and star of the Netflix series Mr. Iglesias. We're taking a tour of his enormous garage, which features a collection of classic Volkswagen buses worth more than $3 million. Gabriel's going to take us through what he calls the Fluffy Museum and give us a look at some of his personal favorite buses, as well as a few other rare rides he owns.
Why did I become interested in collecting Volkswagen buses? Because I don't have a cocaine problem and I needed somewhere to spend the money, honestly. I talked to Jay Leno and Jay told me, he says, you know what? He says, people are gonna tell you to invest your money certain ways. He goes, but with me, he goes, I like the cars because first of all, if they're classic, it is an investment. It's an investment you can enjoy. So you can drive them and when you sell them, they'll be worth more. Each one of these is valued somewhere between 1 to 200,000. Now I have no intention of selling, but at the end of the day, as soon as I'm gone, and when I mean gone, this is gonna be turned into a museum for the city of Long Beach.
Gabriel says he built his Fluffy Museum to resemble the famous Volkswagen factory in Wolfsburg, Germany, with his own choices of artwork and fluffy pieces.
Right here we have a 1967 Westfalia camper. I actually purchased it from a guy in Germany who had purchased it from a guy in Southern California. So the car went from Southern California to Germany, back to Southern California. So it gets around. It was completely white and it's kind of boring camper. We wanted to put something a little bit more elegant and we thought that this color scheme was something that looked really like, wow, look at that, you're gonna be afraid to get it dirty. Probably wouldn't want to take it into the woods now.
Gabriel works closely with a team of experts to restore his newest additions to the collection and help keep all his metal babies in running order.
Right here we have a 1966. This started off as a pistachio green. We decided that it needed an upgrade. I'm a big comic book guy, and so I like the Iron Man colors because Iron Man's my favorite character, and so these are very much close to those colors. There's no bus out there that has this color combo. This is a 1963 15-window bus. I call this bus quinceañera. Believe it or not, these are actually the rarest because they're only 15 windows, but people always say, oh, I want the 21, I want the 21, I want the 21, because they're just, you know. But true collectors understand that these are super rare. All right, something completely different right here. I know from the front it looks like one of the other buses, but this is not a bus per se. It's actually a double cab little truck. Back in the day, people did work, just like now, and they needed trucks. They didn't come this way, just so you know. Back then, it's a working man's truck, so ain't no room for chrome. This is total aftermarket. It's pretty. And it's got an engine that'll freaking...
Gabriel's love for Volkswagens doesn't stop at buses, though. The collector owns some of the rarest Beetles you can find.
What we have here is one of the oldest Volkswagen Bugs in the country. It's a Hoffman edition. 1950, which is basically the first year they started selling them here in the United States. An original, and I've got all the paperwork to prove it. I got more paperwork for this car than I do for most of my family members. And yeah, they say that there's one of 3 of these, and this is probably the nicest one.
But Gabriel isn't strictly a Volkswagen lover. The comedian also holds a special place in his heart for muscle cars, particularly this rare Trans Am, signed by actor Burt Reynolds himself, whose 1977 film Smokey and the Bandit made the car a household name.
It wasn't like this when we got it. It was just a plain black Camaro. We sent the black Camaro over to our friends at Trans Am Depot over in Florida. In about 6 months, they turned that black Camaro into this beautiful thing of art. I am so scared to drive this car. Unfortunately, as soon as Burt Reynolds passed away, the value of this thing went through the roof. And yeah, if I scuff it at Starbucks, I'm gonna cry.
Gabriel even owns 2 cars in his personal museum that he didn't buy for himself, but for his fish.
All right, now clearly I will not be driving either one of these. These are my babies right here. It's the nicest fish tanks. Our good friends over at ATM, they came in and they said, Fluffy, we want to make you something really cool. And they did. These were Brazilian Volkswagen buses. Now, any bus that was made in Brazil, chances are the parts got mixed up a little bit. Back in the day, there was nobody to say, well, you know, all the parts need to be, they all need to match on the numbers. And in Brazil at the time, hey, I'll take this piece from a 1972 and I'll add it to this 1958 and put on some 1962 this and add a little bit of 1981 that. And so a lot of the buses, we call them Frankensteins.